Alright guys, we made it to LAX, just getting off the plane. Next stop, D23. Gonna learn all the secrets, gonna see what's coming up next, and we're gonna give it to you. Bite-sized little chunks. That's coming up next. How was your journey?
It was good.
How was your editing?
I got a lot done on the plane.
You did, I'm so proud of you.
I know.
I closed my eyes.
It's good. You needed to. We've been up since 3 o'clock. We took the first flight.
Out of PDX.
Yeah, so that we could make it here for Friday's D23 on time.
We are literally going off of 2.5 hours of sleep. Wish us luck. Hopefully by the time we get to D23, we have the energy.
5-hour energies.
Oh my God, we do.
Yeah.
We have made it!
Oh, such excitement.
To the parking lot.
Oh.
But I'm excited about that. That's one step closer to crossing harbor than walking to a convention center for D23. You excited?
I'm super excited. It's kind of watching a few videos on the way. I didn't want to spoil it, but
she did.
excited.
But she did anyways.
No, I didn't. I shut it off.
She did, but she
But I saw a little
checked out
peek.
the Star Wars land whole like 3 scale model.
Yeah, that's.
Cannot wait to see that.
I can't either. That's kind of the first thing I want to go check out.
Let's.
We have to go get our tickets.
Is it official?
It's official.
It's official. We're in for today and Sunday.
As you know, these lands will have 2 attractions. One that puts you right in the middle of a battle between the First Order and the Resistance, including a feeling that you're actually inside a Star Destroyer. And as you can imagine from this image, the scale of this attraction is unlike anything we've ever done before. As you all know, you'll also have a chance to fly, yes, the Millennium Falcon. And you all will be in complete control of the experience. And whether you're flying the ship or shooting the blasters or preparing for hyperdrive, each guest is successful when they complete their mission, and everybody works as a team. Now, if you've been able to see the model in our pavilion, you ever seen the model in our pavilion? You know that the lands themselves are going to be very spectacular. In fact, I would say they're going to be epic. But the one point of view that you can't quite get yet is what it's going to be like to actually step inside this world. So we want to share a video of the model that's going to help you imagine what it's going to be like to actually go into these worlds on the edge of the galaxy.
Line is all the way down there. Serpentines all down through there. We don't have it in us. We asked people at the front of the line. They said 2 hours just to get in.
Right from right here where we are, it's about 1.5 hours away.
Right. So we're not doing it, guys. Once you're in, you have to get stage passes or wait in line to see any of the lectures. So additional lines once you get in. We decided we're going to opt for some fun.
Yeah, it's not fun standing in line for 2 hours to go stand in more lines to see something that you might not get into.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once you're in, there's no guarantee that you're even going to get a seat for what you want to watch. So we looked at the schedule. We really wanted to see the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs 80th anniversary tribute.
Yeah.
But
We can watch it at home.
yeah. Fortunately, lots of other YouTubers are capturing it. So, grateful for them. That's a pretty sweet outfit. Did you see that? Lots of cool outfits. As if the line back there wasn't long enough, it brings you all the way down here. And you continue to serpentine. Disney has hardcore fans.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
It goes all the way
I mean,
out.
we're pretty hardcore.
So it
We're
goes,
hardcore fun.
We entered on the harbor side, and then it wraps all the way through the convention grounds, all the way to Catella.
Yeah.
Then you go down Catella toward that's Disney Way, right?
Yes.
Is this not the entrance?
Not unless you have someone in there right now. You have to go this way.
All right, you guys, we're wrapping up our D23 weekend, and we just want to say, like, we're so excited about all the changes to come. This
Yeah.
weekend sort of brought on, like, a lot of unknowns for us, and I think more than anything, we realized that it's maybe not something we would do just based on really, like, the crowds, and the lines are so crazy.
It's
so
crazy.
It was cool to be
Yeah.
there and see, like, the super Disney enthusiasts and all the subcultures of Disney that
They go
spend all
there,
this.
they bound, they dress up.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
That's
to
really
see.
fun. And then like seeing Star Wars Land, like a 50-foot scale model of it, that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there's so many people that have like the press passes that get in there and can capture that. So
And they do such a good job at delivering all that information.
they do.
And I mean, we couldn't do any better, so
And there's no way for that we were going to be able to get in there and really
Yeah.
accomplish that. So
hats off to those guys. They do an
Seriously,
amazing
yeah,
job.
yeah.
All those guys.
there's
Good for you
guys
guys.
that have YouTube channels that literally like we're spending the whole day in hallways just uploading. It was really
And they're-
cool to
yeah.
see
Yeah, they're
and know that like that's how they produce it. It was cool to see that side
I think
of it.
that was one of the coolest things to see.
Yeah, especially because we're
That's
doing
what we're
this
trying
on
to do.
such a regular basis. But
Yeah.
you know, we have reiterated before that we really just enjoy the storytelling of our journey.
Yeah.
And it was a cool experience.
It's a cool
but-
experience, but I don't think we would do it again just
yeah.
because we're not not that kind of a couple who needs
the money
to.
that
Yeah.
it costs to do it with the time spent to stand in the lines, it didn't weigh out our experience. It didn't
Yeah.
tip the scale of our experience. So we thought you should do that if you've ever been on the fence about going.
Especially today, Sunday, there was 2 to 3 hour waits just to get in all day. And not only that, then once you get in, you have to wait in lines to get maybe a stage pass or to see if you could get into a panel, and you might
Yeah.
not even get into it.
Right. So
Which is totally fine, but it's just not our thing. All in all, though, it's overwhelming just to see how much stuff is in there,
All
much
the Disney
production
love.
goes into it. It's crazy, and the lengths that people go to dress up and bound is amazing. It's amazing. It's awesome. That's kind of worth it to see. But that being said, a lot of people are talking about the change. We're excited about all the changes coming.
super excited about all the changes. I love that. I love that Tron has been announced for Disney World because in my mind,
That's one step closer to here.
I feel like at some point Tomorrowland is going to get it.
Yeah, and I think if Star Wars Land wasn't going in here, maybe we'd get Tron right now. But you can't have two huge projects going at the same time in such a small park.
Definitely.
But with all the changes, we're super excited about it.
Our trash can keeps jumping.
It does. And the thing about it is we were lucky enough to sit in on a panel with a couple of the original Imagineers and two of the guys that worked on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So Marty Sklar had a great comment about change
And what Disney's always been
and
about.
what Walt Disney has always been about. So we'll insert that right here.
I think being around Disneyland for 60 some years, I can tell you that every attraction in Disneyland has had some kind of change since Disneyland began. And I look at it like a theater show. You know, you come up with a new act for a theater show, and it's great. It's still the same story, but you brought a new dynamic into it. And Walt did that constantly in terms of Disneyland, and he had no worry at all about, but I have to say I appreciate the fact that so many of you came to Disneyland as kids. Then you had kids and you brought your kids here. Now you're grandparents and you bring your kids here, and you want things to be the way you saw them initially. Well, I don't think you wanted them to be the way I saw them initially. That first year, there was a lot of Disneyland that needed change and got it over the years. And this is just part of the process. And the current Imagineers learned that from my mentors, Tony's mentors, and Orlando's mentors, because they were used to that. Walt would say, okay, let's do this, fix this, make it better, come up with a new scene, whatever it happened to be. It's part of the tradition of Disneyland. I see nothing negative about it at all. I see nothing but positive that Disney's thinking about making these things better.
His comments about change, and it's really relevant. It makes a lot of sense, and I think it'll maybe diffuse some of the hate.
Well, just, you know, we should just be excited. We all have nostalgia and love for our favorite things.
Yeah.
But he clearly stated that every single attraction in Disneyland
Has changed.
And he's one of the original Imagineers. He's in charge of like the international team of Imagineering.
Yeah, if listening to this guy doesn't change your mind, then I don't know what will. And you don't have to have your mind changed, but
No,
it just
it's fun.
embrace change. It's fun.
Well, and if they're not changing, then they're not relevant.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So they got to
there's
keep it fun and exciting.
younger generations that have to grow up, and it has to be relevant to them.
And how amazing that we've had Pirates for 50 years.
Yeah.
And that we've had Indiana Jones for just over 25 years. That's an amazing feat in itself. But not everything is going to do that. Not everything is going to have relevance for 50 years.
It can't.
And you know what? Up was a huge movie.
Right.
Inside Out was a big movie. All these new Pixar movies that are coming, they're huge. And there's a whole new generation of kids that are in love. These are their Pinocchios, their Dumbos, their Sleeping Beauties, their Cinderellas. That's what's going on now. So they kind of have to grow and change.
Pixar Pier coming to DCA.
Pretty excited about it. We picked up.
Sorry about the wobble.
The wobble, yeah. So what our parents knew is different. What we knew growing up is different. What we know now is different. And is anybody disappointed?
No.
They're gonna do an amazing job of whatever they decide to
Hopefully
change.
we've all captured it in our memories
Yes.
to always hold it in our hearts.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us with our first experience of D23. It was fun to try to capture it and share.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah.
We didn't go today even though we purchased tickets, but there's still no regrets, which is an
Yeah.
awesome thing to say.
So if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe. We are No Strings Running, and we host a bi-weekly running meetup. We meet right here, actually.
Yeah,
right here
we're
at
standing right where we
Disneyland's
meet.
main gate. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do anywhere from 3 to 6 miles. It's a great group of people. We've met a ton of awesome people.
Yes. Good way to get the day started. Good way to get a couple extra churros right here in the Tum Tums.
Yes.
So if you're coming to Disneyland, if you know anybody traveling to Disneyland, send them our way. We're No Strings Running. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at No Strings Running. And like she said, we come here every other week. We post weekly videos of our journeys.
Trying to capture the stories
To share in the
of
love,
Disneyland. So make sure you subscribe to Sharing Those Stories. Every Saturday we have a new episode. So it's a really good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Cheers.
cheers.